your life is on the line and you know that you're on an oxygen tank and they're going to put you in your head, see what you do. Because the bottom line is that me, I'm one person. I can never miss.
Guy's not being loyal to you. How could you be loyal to him?
Yeah,
and whether you're your father or not. So, you know, but it's always been hard because it was my father.
The word came down, this guy had to go. You know, we didn't know nothing about him until the last minute. And I liked him. I liked Billy. He was a nice guy, but...
Welcome to the show. Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about some of these top stories that have been hitting the news. So, the boss of the Bonanno family has been sentenced to prison. He's on his way back to prison for 11 months, I believe. Mikey the Nose Mancuso, reputed boss of the Bonanno family, is headed back to the slammer for 11 months. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. I got a really packed week this week. I'm going to be dropping some really good content. You guys will be seeing who I got coming on the show. So tonight, I got Gavin Good's interview dropping. And after that, you guys want to stick around. What's going on? Jason Reinhart. Shout out to the UFC veteran in the house, Jason Reinhart. How are you, man? Thanks for joining me today. So, man, I've been working hard at this. I got a lot of good interviews. I've been meeting a lot of really good people. Things are looking good. I finished some finishing touches on the movie, and things are going to be into production really soon. I'm excited about the future. So today, we're going to be talking about the Bonanno boss who is headed back to prison. And why is he headed back to prison? So Michael the Nose Mancuso. He's 68 years old. He was released in 2019 after serving a decade in prison for signing off on a murderous hit. Also had been using his girlfriend's Long Island eyeglass shop as a meetup spot to huddle with mob types and chowed at eateries with them. So he's been caught in different pictures with people and people he's not supposed to be associating with. And he got caught up doing that type of stuff. Stevie Bullets in the house. Shout out to Stevie Bullets and all them guys out there in Cicero. Free him, Bill Staxx. Hey, man. Some of these dudes are wild. They'll, on all the occasions, Mancuso has been barred from any contact with convicted felons. You can't, and he was caught on wiretaps, previously presented to the prosecutor. Court argues for violating his release provisions. So what he was doing, he was like, he would go somewhere and duck out the back and go meet with his cronies. So I think free Lee Murray. Go check out, there's a thing that you can sign, a petition about Lee Murray. People don't talk about this enough. Lee Murray has been held hostage, basically, in Morocco for the last, 20 years, Jason? And people really need to get his story out there, so maybe there can be a change. He's the person who was allegedly caught up in the bank heist, the largest bank heist of all of, Great Britain, London, right? somewhere around there, the UK. And he's been there for 17 years in Morocco. Crazy. Free Lee Murray, man. It's a really crazy situation. Insane. And Jason Reinhart went there. He went to Morocco and lived there. How long did you live there for, Jason? I got to get you back on so we can talk about this more, man. People can know exactly what's going on out there. It's insane. So the conversations appear innocent between him and his cronies, using code words for mafia business. The feds flagged up. It appears in papers. But the Italian food chit chat was still taboo. We were talking about legal gambling, conspiracy. Mancuso attended his Brooklyn federal court hearing over the violations Friday, accompanied by Eyeglass, his girlfriend. He was slapped with additional prison time over the forbidden contact with reputed La Cosa Nostra members. Mancuso used Keller's Great Neck Eyeglass Shop, Real Eyes Optical, as a meeting place while he died his cover-ups. Tried to cover up his rendezvous with the alleged fellow wise guys, court papers say. And they have pictures of him eating dinner with these people. And that's why they're sending him back to prison. Here, I'll show you guys a picture. This is the picture on why he's going back to prison right here. So he's not supposed to be around any of these people. And of course, they have people around watching a lot of these people. Pasquale, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Reinhart, man, he lived there for 4 months. Of course you wanted to help him get out, man. It's like your best friend, right? Frankie Lino died at age 85. Wasn't he in the witness protection program, Pontiac? I know. What were you thinking, Reinhart, man? You're a wild dude, man. Crazy. Frankie Lino died. A lot of people have been passing away recently. I've noticed. If you guys haven't noticed, it's been pretty eventful. So at least one dinner where mafia business was discussed, and adding he had significant concerns about these contacts. This was in 2020 when he went to dinner at El Monte Salvatore's restaurant. And he attended a captain in the Colombo family, Richard Ricardo, and convict David Del Franco, Gambino associate Vito Corsesto, and convict Joseph Russo, the feds claim. I mean, they can't make it any easier for the feds, right? I mean, here's how easy they made it for them. I'll show you guys. Bam. Here it is. I mean, they posed for the picture. And that's why they're sending him back to prison for 11 months. I mean, he's posing with everybody in pictures. He had to know deep in his mind when he took this picture that it was going to be a problem, you know? But hey, man, I don't see a crime being committed with them just hanging out, people associating with each other, as long as they're not into, you know, criminal activity and things like that. And I think a lot of these guys are legitimate businessmen now. I don't really see a way that you can survive in that type of life in this day and age. You have to be you have to like mold your way with the times. Who knows how they're really operating at this point, you know? But Frankie Lino, I've heard a lot of stories about him. And you know who told the stories about him? Mr. Anthony Ramundi. He went by Curly. And he decided to flip before the boss ended up flipping. Joe Messina ended up cooperating. It was unbelievable that they would let a boss cooperate. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, the person that's ordering hits and everything else is the one cooperating. How does that even make sense? It doesn't. It says Frankie Lino became an FBI informant. Frank gave up his son, Joseph, and several cousins, plus his old pals in the Bonanno crime family. Wow. He gave up his own kid. I guess he started seeing a lot of these powerful guys starting to collapse and cooperate. So he decided, I'm going to jump on board. Nicky Black owned a pizzeria together on Avenue U. Nicky Black and Frankie Lino had nothing to do with the Pizza Park, which was owned by Patty Lombardi, brother to Sally Dogs Lombardi, who lived above the Pizza Park. Frankie and Nicky only went there to use the telephone and have private talks in the back. It says Frankie Lino stayed on the Bath Avenue. Hold on one second. All right, we're back. My bad. So yeah, Frankie Lino has passed away. I believe he was in the witness protection program, but I will be back on tonight around 9 o'clock and have a huge surprise for you guys after tonight's show. So make sure you tune in at 9 o'clock only right here on Chattin with Staxx. If you don't like this show, cool, man. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all of you. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Till next time.